All right. Good morning, everybody. So, I've I feel like I'm still trying to get set up, even though I'm not. So, gotta scratch. All right. So, a few things have happened. We're hitting some really good numbers on Ford. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. This is my watch list for today. Did not think this stock was gonna. Nose is itchy. Did not think this stock was gonna do anything. It ended up climbing a little bit. Kind of curious to see what it will do in the long run. I mean, it could make a potential break. I do have one stock right here that I'm going to try to keep an eye on. I don't know if I want to take something off for it though. So we'll just leave it up there. Actually, what I could do is I'll put this over here on the Mac. JZ XN. Alright, so now that I got that over there, so I could just kind of keep an eye on it. I think it's setting up to do something kind of interesting. We'll take a look at that here in a minute as well. Market today, it was looking kind of red earlier. So it's turning green. That's good. Yesterday we had a little bit of a lull right around lunch or pre-lunch. But it looks like it came right back. That was pretty cool. That's a huge increase. That could be interesting for a scalp, actually. Possibly. BBY, that's a pretty good jump. It did hit a high of 4.5 pre-market, but I've not looked at it super close today. Wow. BBBY is really doing some stuff. I went through this list this morning because I know I keep saying I'm going to, but I haven't. So I finally decided to do that and get that done. BBY could be kind of interesting to keep an eye on. So let's jump over to the main screen. So Kaba, I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith. It's really going through a consolidation period. It's been bouncing around, from the 10 to 8. I think there's room for it to really take a big fall. If it breaks through this consolidation period, it could really sink. I mean, down to 6 maybe. 7, 6, 5, really any of these whole numbers, it's possible. So I currently don't have any Kaba at all. I've sold out. CCL is another stock that I've been kind of following. It's doing something kind of interesting today, but as we can see, it might be a little overextended. Kind of wish I got in down here, but we were looking at some other things like Ford. So Ford, kind of same chart pattern, the big VU type deal. Ford looks like it's going to break a little bit higher than where it closed yesterday. I'm actually feeling pretty confident we might see above 1340. We did hit 1337. I think we will get over the high of that today. I would like to see the high over the 1337 probably in the first 2 to 3 hours of the day during trading. So if we see that in the first 2 to 3 hours, that'd be really kind of nice. Kind of like following the same thing here. This happened in the first 30 minutes. A little bit of a lull back down, and it climbed up through. Kind of hope that happens similarly. So say maybe in the first 2 hours we break that high. That would be pretty good. It didn't break a high during pre-market. I didn't think so, but I just wanted to double check. But yeah, I think we could break this high. Support for it seems to be fairly good. There's not as much resistance as there was yesterday pre-market. Remember, this was like 2 or 3,000, 2 or 3,000, which each one. So this is 14 times by 100 shares. So when it was like 2 and 3,000, that was 2 or 3,000 times by 100 shares. That was a lot of shares, and it broke right through that. And it didn't really hit any slow until a little bit later on the day. So I actually think Ford will do fairly well today. That's why I'm thinking hitting 13.4, 13.5. It should be more than doable. So yeah, just looking. We could go over to the monitor. Have not seen the Ford update for the options. Oh, I guess it does. It did update. So it's up $2.80. Mind you, I bought this option for $46, and it's sitting at a $87 open PO. So I've made a lot of money on that 46. So I made $87 profit. This is almost $400 profit. Mind you, if I bought the same, I did the math the other day. So if I bought, instead of buying the 200 shares, if I just bought the options instead, it was 48 options equivalent. That would have been times by 87 of 4,176 versus a $400. So a huge multiplier. And when I bought that option, it was right down in here. So I definitely want to try to work in some more options in my trades, because yeah, the option was for at the $12 strike, and people are starting to buy the 13.5 strike for January 23. 14.5 is not being too sought after, which I don't blame. I think 14.5 is really top of the mark. So I believe that would not happen. I don't think 14.5 will happen. Which means if I did a put, yeah, for 14.5, that's getting way up here for the 23rd. Guess it could. But the amount of money that you'd get from selling it to the benefit of selling it, it's not that much. So I don't think it's going to be worth the risk. All right. So I don't think it's going to be worth the risk. I think the likelihood of it hitting 14.5, it's not that likely. But if we go over here, the earnings call, I think is going to be really good. So, see, I kind of wish this, you didn't always have to adjust it, that it would just kind of do it itself. So, not this earning call. This earning call was this one here. We saw a rise out of it. This earning call, we saw a pretty good jump. It was way better. So if we zoom in a little bit on that earnings call. Yeah, the July one. That's the one I want to target. So we can see on July 22nd, the day that the earning call was announced, it had a really good day. But from that day to here, it jumped up 26%. So if we get the same kind of earnings, which I think is possible, I think this earning is going to be good. So we'll just say 20. That does put us up at 20 puts us up at 15.8. 26 puts us in the $16 range. Oh wow, look, so on this earning call, we're basically right where it was here, with a good double bottom right at where we bought in on the fake account, which is almost the same where I bought in on the real account. So honestly, hitting the 16 I think is really doable. And if it does hit up in this area, we should go to short. We should go to short it. I think shorting it would be smart. Yeah, you can see I don't have Kaba here at all either. I think Kaba might be losing a little bit of strength. It's kind of barcoding, not massively though, but it's starting to get lower highs, matching lows. So a wedge, and if it breaks south, it could really break south. So that's the reason why I said earlier in this stream I'd be careful with it. I know some of you guys trade on what I think, so I really want to make sure you guys don't lose money. Alright. Go over to my sheet here. We did come up yesterday from, what was that number before? So I was at 29,366 yesterday at close, which had us at, I'll just put this right here. So we were at 366. We are at 294.27. Whoops, wrong spot. So 427. That now puts us up at 72. And that's due to the long that we are on Ford. So Ford came up enough for me to make some extra dollars on it. And it just went up a tab more, so that just gave us a few extra micro points here. I love spreadsheets, but also at the same time they could be so annoying. But yeah, this is the spreadsheet right here. I have not updated Robinhood or Coinbase. They're secondary to me right this second. I've been really just working on here. And if you see, if I change it, it updates almost, well, not almost, it updates immediately, which is really nice. It helps me keep control of what's going on. That's over here on this, on the other screen. Don't have that going on the Mac. I don't need it in two places. So, alright, we're up, coming up on 2%. We're 12 days in on this month. A 2% climb is not fantastic, but it's not terrible. So, I'll switch that back down to the minute. Alright. At this point, we're going to come over here, take a look at the watch screen, see if anything has been changing. I still want to look at BB. I don't like this one. We're going to go ahead and delete the alert. Delete that out. We've traded this stock here. We made money on it. But it's starting to go through a pullback. I'm not too interested. We'll leave it there just in case. I'm not looking for screens right this minute. I'm just trying to get rid of some noise. Okay, that could be rounding. So we're going to want to keep an eye on this. This could do something, could make a little form. We're 2 minutes till the bell. Mute the Mac. I use the Mac in the morning to listen to some tunes, which I might end up putting a earphone in. Yesterday was a green, no trade. All right. Well, I think we're officially ready for the bell. I've looked at everything I feel like I need to look at. I guess we'll wait on Ford on the bell. I don't think there's anything I want to watch at open. Um, yeah, I don't see anything I want to watch at open. So we're going to go into the bell on Ford. I don't like the fact that it just took out my little bit of profit I had on it, but okay. We'll go with that. I still feel really confident in Ford today. And there we go.
ORMP.
I didn't hear the sound. Hopefully you guys did.
YTEN. BBBY.
As stupid as it sounds, I kind of like to hear the bell.
BBBY.
Jump to 18. Profit 20. The option really hasn't changed. I mean, we're not really all that far off from hitting the high a day in pre right here. It does seem like it is acting a little bit as a resistance zone. I need to do this again because for some reason my speakers are acting up.
XPON.
Alright. We kind of see what Ford is doing. We're just going to let Ford do Ford. That's not near what I'm looking for, not near what I'm looking for. Let's like look at BBY.
AMC.
AMC. Meme Stock City.
BBAI. BBAI.
I don't know if I want to be a part of the meme, but we'll watch it for a second.
BBAI.
I just dunked my damn soda.
AMC. GCDA. AMD. XPOA. BBBY. CVNA.
And this is the reason why I don't like to jump into
YTEN.
meme stocks. It can drop heavy. 15-cent drop right here. BBBY seems like it might be coming up a little bit.
MMB, GFAI,
Ford is sitting right about dead center or where its opening range was, so 1330. Oh, it's working its way up to
ORMP,
closer to the top.
BBBY,
And it just made a new top high. I mean, we're not seeing anything else right this second.
ORMP,
But yeah, broke a new top high for open market. Still want to get above the 13.7. It looks like that's going to end up happening. There's a lot more support than there is resistance at the second. And more resistance is showing up. But we're not going to worry about it. I still feel pretty confident about it.
ORMP, MMB, YTEN,
Man, if you got in
AMC,
right here at 4, sell and you'd be done for the day.
TCDA,
I do want to see a swing low, maybe a high that breaks,
BBBY,
and then get back in.
ORMP,
Unless something else opens itself up. Let's go over to watch screens. Healthcare is red. Market's not looking fantastic. That's not looking fantastic.
UBAI, ORMP, ORMP, TCDA, AMC,
Sometimes when the market goes down, it can create a situation to where volatility will pop into one stock in particular. So we're going to just start scanning a little bit. I don't like the cheapness of this one. PRTY, we heard that one the other day. We were calling that one Partey. Not super liking it either. BBY hit the low again, right near 4. It was rejected.
JAGX, XPON, ORMP,
Hello to my single viewer. So far, I'm making money on Ford. It's
XPON,
bouncing a lot. but I'm up 12 bucks.
XPON.
$12, $13. It's fluctuating. Market was red and went green. Now it's kind of red. So I'm hoping that can bring some a
XPON.
push.
XPON.
All right.
XPON. XPON. TCDA. YTEN.
Okay, I'm interested in this potentially
ORMT.
over 2.8.
BBBY.
If it could find support at 2.8, kind of bounce around here for a second. This is acting as resistance. So I want to see it break above or potentially a pullback. And then I might place two purchase orders. One just above 2.8 and one above the 2.9. The bigger one being above 2.9.
Current.
Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. We'll put this one up in the watch list in that one box that I had opened up.
Current. YTEN. BBAI. Current. XPON.
Okay, so
Current.
XPON. I kind of like what it's doing. Pull back. I wanted it to break higher, but this could be good too.
GFAI. BBBY. YTEN.
I don't think I like that.
YTEN.
No. Sorry I'm being kind of quiet, but there's no one watching anyway, so... Nothing has halted today. Not a thing. And the whole market is red. Just about.
BBBY. XPON.
That's not going to be good for Ford. But because that's a whole market thing, today is Thursday, I'm probably going to let that ride. I don't think Ford will go down quite that much. I don't think it will break 13.
BBAI.
Getting close to kind of breaking the high over here.
ORMP. Kern.
Kern. I know I looked at that one before. I didn't like the way it was looking, but
BBBY.
it's pulling together. That might be something for tomorrow.
NMB.
You know, trading is 99% of the time waiting and waiting and waiting.
NMB. NMB.
MMV. Go through a huge spike.
BBBY.
Might take a small bet.
Current.
If I do this, low I would go would be 4. So thinking about taking a 10-cent swing here. Or if I go to I should have probably stayed.
MMV. Current.
I was thinking about maybe over this or over here.
BBBY.
So now I'm watching Kern. I just took out IQ. So I'm going to keep an eye on Kern now. Still looking at this one.
Current. BBBY.
Oh, man. Market's still really kind of red.
Current. Current.
So this took a little bit of a spell. So is KERN.
MMB.
The volume is leveling off.
Magma.
This is a very small float.
XPON.
Only 7.7 market cap. Float 4.3 mil.
BBAI. EURN. ORMP.
Excuse me. Alright, I might actually turn this video off today. I don't think we're gonna get anything too interesting. And I'm probably just gonna listen to some music, work on my eBay, and trying to figure out Amazon store. Trying to work on Amazon. Ford is turning up a little. We'll just take a quick look at it. So I'm just gonna try to work on some of the other things I got going. Kind of keep an eye on this, but today may be a no trade day. If I take any trades, I'll let you guys know in the community tab on my channel. So, yeah. Have a good day.